Let's talk about Kerala, where there are big gains for the LDF in local body polls. Let's now quickly tell you what this means, right? So BJP is celebrating major gains and UDF has also finished second. Everyone seems to be happy. But what exactly does this mean on your screen right now? So for the LDF, this cements the left's hold in local bodies in Kerala. They were right there at the top in 2015 and they've regained that position. It could give the LDF confidence ahead of the assembly elections in 2021. The UDF is losing the edge, right? This is the commentary for UDF. Could this mean a disadvantage in state assembly elections? Will there be a compounding effect? The fact that they've not done well and it will further slip down. Because like Bengal, even here, though they are a very minor player, but they're making minor gains as well. BJP has celebrated all day today for making major inroads into Kerala. Though it amounts to nothing, at least as of this moment. After Bengal, is BJP going to turn its focus on Kerala? And these local body elections will be something that they will position. Let's now quickly introduce all our guests. KK Rajesh, he's the MP for Rajya Sabha of the CPM. We also have Mr. P.R. Shivashankar, spokesperson of Kerala BJP, and Shama Mohammed, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Thank you very much to the three of you. Let's begin with you, Mr. Rajesh. How do you look at this? How do you analyze this local body win for the LDF?
So far as the LDF is concerned, it is a landslide victory. It is, of course, it's a victory of the people, and we have defeated the malicious campaign unleashed by both by BJP and Congress campaign. And so far as the victory is concerned, out of the 14 district panchayat seats, LDF won in 10 seats, UDF had won in 3 seats, and BJP 0. Out of 152 block panchayats, LDF had won 111 seats, and UDF only 41, and BJP it is 0. And again, out of 6 corporations, LDF won in 5 corporations and UDF in 1 corporation, and BJP it is 0. Yeah. I don't know why the BJP is so eager to celebrate that
no, they are celebrating. And I'm quite fascinated that more than the UDF, you seem to be talking more about the BJP. And also claim that they have no reason to celebrate. I'm just checking Mr. B.L. Santosh's tweets. He's the National General Secretary Organization of the BJP. He congratulates for the Palakkad municipality win, the Pandalam municipality win, also celebrates the fact that LDF and UDF mayors candidates from Trivandrum and Kochi have been defeated by BJP. And then he has an important statistic. Mr. Shivashankar, I want to bring you in on this statistic. His statistic says that in 2015, BJP in Kerala had won 1,205 wards. NDA another 39. The LDF had 10,340, UDF had 8,800. Now, obviously, these figures have increased. What are we to make of these local body polls? Because if you just look at these numbers, you finish a very poor third.
Yeah, maybe we are a third, but that was a grand isolation, what I believe. And what Mr. Rakesh saying is, they said the numbers which they are comfort in. In fact, in the Grama Panchayat, in that, they have, in fact, 549 Gram Panchayat. Right now, they are reduced into 512. How they can celebrate? How it became a landslide victory, I can understand that. And again, in the municipalities, they have in 2015 around 44 municipalities. Right now, they have reduced into 35. So how they can become successful victory?
What's in it for you, Mr. Shivashankar?
Yeah, I can explain about my thing. So we have only 13.23% of vote. We are a minor player in 2015. Now we are improved our percentage to around 20%, and we are improved our vote count around 25 to 40 lakhs. Is it a claim for a victory? I don't think that's not a victory, but it's a very good what you call the percentage and very good number. And we also doubled our municipalities. We increased our vote share in the corporations. So we believe that the people of Kerala started accepted. even though the LDF have a 13 organizations to support them.
Sure.
We have only 2,
Okay.
and even the UDF.
Okay.
So again, I have one more suggestion. No, just
Yeah,
one
very
minute.
quickly, sir.
Just one
Yeah.
minute. An important point. LDF and the Congress has been supported by 2 terrorist organizations from the religious organization. One in the left side, they have been supported by the welfare, which they have been supported in Maharashtra with Shiv Sena. Here they have been supported by Muslim League and Welfare Party, which is supported by a social concern of Jamaat. And again, the PDDP and SDPA has been supported LDF. So all the support and the minority votes, we overcome all the hurdles and we became almost
okay. I'll have to get Mr.
2015.
Ragesh to respond to that, but very quickly, Shama Mohammed, how would you like to respond to the performance of the UDF? Because you know, by his own admission, Mr. Tariq Anwar, who's in charge for the state of Kerala, says this did not meet our expectations.
No, let me make one thing clear. One thing Mr. Shiv Shankar said is right. The performance of the LDF is not what it was in 2015. It's worse than 2015. So normally these local body elections, yes, they have the upper hand in the panchayats because, of course, they do their project of murders, which happens in the panchayat areas. And also very important thing, Mr. Ragesh, where he comes from, Kannur. Kannur is the bastion of the communists. It is where Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan comes from. But do you know the truth? Kannur is the district where the UDF won with a majority. Ask him why it has not been won. If there's so much support for Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, why have they not won in Kannur, which is their bastion, where Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan comes from? Because he couldn't win. It is not a vote for Pinarayi Vijayan. Basically, certain votes have been transferred due to various reasons, which we will look into. And also this BJP, which he spoke about, Palakkad, is something which they won last time. It's not something new. And they have had their shakas for the last 30 years, 4,500 shakas. BJP is not going to open any new accounts. Let me be very clear. And so there's nothing, you know, it's not something, there's no setback as such, yes. But we would have, you know, last time also, we did, in fact, in 2000, we have done much better than 2015 in the local body elections. Okay. Let me tell you that. Okay, sure. So there is no setback for us, and we will be more vigilant now to fight the assembly elections, even better the fight. But you must ask Mr. Ragesh, why have they lost?
Let's take a last comment from him, because there are allegations from Mr. Shiv Shankar as well as Shama Mohammed. Mr. KK Ragesh, you're right to reply. Very quickly, sir.
See, whatever Shama Muhammad and Shiv Shankar, they were trying to propagate lies. I would like to say, because
Ragesh,
so far as
how can you say that's a lie?
Please listen
you
me.
Tell
Please
me what is the
listen me.
exact
Don't
number.
interrupt
One by one, please. One by one.
So far, see, if you take up the district panchayat, UDF had won 7 seats.
Why have you lost in Kannur? The
UDF had won
Pinarayi
7.
Vijayan?
Shama, one moment.
But
let him reply at least. Yes, Mr. Ragesh.
He doesn't have a reply. No.
That number
That's
has been reduced to 3. And so far as the Kannur is concerned, Kannur is the bastion of the left. In the past, present, every time, Kannur is the bastion of the left. I would like to remind Shama Muhammad that Ummanjandi's Panchayat, UDF had defeated Ummanjandi's on Panchayat.
So what happened to the Tellicherry then?
And at the same time,
I'm asking you about Pinarayi Vijayan's bastion. You answer
we
that.
have won in all 19 seats. That you must understand.
So
Okay.
I don't find.
Right, I'll have to come in here.
That is the truth. If you had won in Kannur,
How
there
is this
support
going
for Pinarayi
to...
Vijayan. You have lost.
Is this
That
a
is what it
reflection
is.
of how the results will be in the 2021 Vidhan Sabha elections or the assembly elections? How are the results going to be? It's going to be fascinating, because right now we see a little hope that Shama Mohammed seems to be giving to the UDF. Of course, Mr. Ragesh is very excited, and so is Mr. Shiv Shankar for what he claims making inroads. Thank you very much to the three of you. We're stopping for a short break at this moment, but news and updates will continue on the other side.